2 sticks of very cold, frozen or super cold butter. We're making those amazing flaky, flavorful, crumbly Ghotab cookies from Persian cuisine. I should be honest, this take forever to make, and I don't make them not often, not rarely. I barely don't make them if I don't have to make a video. And thank you so much for being my viewers. Now I'll have to make the video, share it with you, and taste it myself for the 3rd time. I made this 2 times or 3 times, or I don't remember, it doesn't matter. But it's not me taking long amount of time to make just cookies, but it's well worth it. 2 sticks of cold butter, it's 226 grams. A cup of yogurt or sour cream. This is the yogurt we made together. If you haven't watched the video, watch it, make it, it's amazing, it's delicious. We will need 2 eggs. We'll use the yolks inside the dough, whites for the stuffing. These are walnut, or in this case pecan, or you can use pistachios, almonds, hazelnuts, anything you like, any nuts you like. Just crush them, crumble them for the filling. Also a lot of spices we have here. Yes, the flour, baking powder. I'm gonna use vanilla, nutmeg, cinnamon, clove powder, cardamom. Anything you don't like it, leave it out, no one will ever notice. And sugar, of course, that I forgot to bring. What else? I think that's it. It's pretty simple ingredient wise, but yeah, it takes a while. Be ready, let's get started. 2 cups of flour. We may need a little more when we're kind of rolling and working with the dough, but no more than 2. So I'm gonna add 2 cups of flour to my clean work surface. Since the butter is unsalted, I'm gonna go ahead and add about half a teaspoon of salt, it's very important, and about a teaspoonful of baking powder. And that's it. These are all our dry ingredients. Give it a quick mix. Open this little space, just like you're making pasta. Oh, no, don't open the space yet. Hold on. We need to shred the butter. And because it's cold, it's gonna be easier to shred. But if you want to make it even easier, you kind of dip your butter into flour and baking powder salt mixture, and then do the process. It's gonna be even easier, especially in summertime when it's hot. You can barely hold anything melting, such as butter. Now lightly mix everything together just to kind of incorporate, and it's not a dough yet, so don't panic. It's very crumbly, not serious substance. In this side, in this hole, we're gonna add our egg yolks and matsun, yogurt. Matsun in Armenian. Probably, okay, I'm gonna need another bowl because we're gonna be using only 1 egg white, and I don't wanna put 2 egg whites here. I'm just lightly crushing the egg yolk so it kind of releases its power, and then adding my yogurt. Now you can use your hands or a bigger spatula, more appropriate, to kind of bring everything together, and then you can start kneading with your hands. But this way is a bit easier to start, just to combine everything kind of for easy kneading. As you're starting to knead, you may or may not need some flour, so keep it, just in case, keep it by your side so you don't have to go search for your flour with doughy, buttery hands. And kind of bring everything together. Don't need to over knead it, because we need to have that slightly puff pastry texture and consistency of the dough. You know, that's the crispiness that makes it so magical. I've seen someone making these cookies, a Persian lady. I didn't get her recipe, it was, I guess, a secret recipe. But her dough was very silky, smooth. The one that my mom used to make, this one, it was very like flaky, almost like puff pastry texture, and I like that so much about these cookies. So I decided not to search for another recipe. If you see these pieces of butter, that's okay. Don't panic. This looks good enough. I'm gonna divide it into 20 or 22 little walnut-sized balls. I'm gonna go with 20 because that way you end up having bigger cookies. The bigger, the better. So I'm gonna divide them into 20, as we all agreed. Try, if you wanna use your scales and weigh all the little tiny walnut-sized balls, you can do that. Your cookies will turn out all perfectly sized. But if you don't wanna bother yourself, I understand you. It's so much easier to roll them when your hands are nice and clean and dry. Alright, I'm gonna dust my hands with a little bit of flour, just like so, and start rolling them into small walnut-sized balls. Okay, and they need to go to fridge and rest there about an hour or so. Imagine, you need a lot of patience with these cookies. But at the end, you won't regret all that time and effort you spent to make these teeny weeny, aromatic, flavorful, amazing cookies. I'm gonna send this into my freezer because I don't want to wait 1.5 hours until they're nice and chilly. We can put them in freezer, make the filling, and check on them. If they look good, we'll start rolling or stuffing them or forming them rather than stuffing. It's a whole process. Alright, let's make the filling, which is 1 egg white, a cup of sugar. I keep placing the sugar back. A cup of sugar, a teeny bit, like 1/4 of a teaspoon clove powder, a little bit of nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/2 teaspoon cinnamon, and 2 pods of cardamom, and of course a full cup of, in my case, pecans, or walnuts work even better, to my opinion. You can lightly toast them if you like. All right, let's start by adding the sugar. It's a better idea to whisk it with a hand mixer or something to kind of form this light meringue substance. But if you don't want to go grab your hand mixer, you can exercise a little bit, flex your arm, and do it by hand, just like I'm doing. As soon as it turns nice and fluffy, kind of white, pale, super pale mixture, you can stop and breathe, take a breath. I decided to go with 3 pods of cardamom because I think cardamom gives so much right taste and flavor to these cookies. So 3 it is. Finally, this is very good cookies to make. They make you exercise, flex, become stronger, lose calories because you're gonna be gaining them back. It's not about me. I don't gain anything. I just love good food, and it loves me too. Alright. You can stir with the addition of each spice, or you can just stir everything at the end. Teeny weeny bit. Clove is very strong aroma, so I'm adding just a pinch, and vanilla, little bit of cinnamon. And nutmeg. I don't know how much. Use your processor or blender if you enjoy washing dishes, or enjoy the process by doing it classic old-fashioned way. Use your knife or even your rolling pin. You can just pour everything in a Ziploc and crush it, like give your anger to that Ziploc bag, and you're almost done. Okay, I'm almost done, I mean. And if I'm done, you're done too. So we're a team. One last mix and the filling is ready. It smells amazing. You can eat it just like this if you like eating raw eggs. Alright, it's ready. I'll go see if the dough is ready, nice and chilly. You know, you can grab one at a time, because if you take everything out, they'll all thaw or come to room temperature, and then you'll have difficulties forming them. But you can just be sneaky and grab one at a time. Oh my god, this is delicious. Let's check them. Oh, they're nice and firm, so it should be easy to roll them. But I'll still place them in the fridge. At least I'll grab 2 of them or 3 of them. The rest I'll let them in fridge for a while. A bit flour on your work surface and even on the dough in case it decides to start sticking. Not obeying. And roll it out into 3.5 inches diameter. About a teaspoon of that filling. Don't put too much, or else when they bake they may start kind of going over the edges and spilling. Stick them together just like so, and it's so much easier to work when the dough stays in the fridge for a longer time period. It also develops some gluten and easier to work and form those beautiful edges or ends. I mean this side, the design. Dip your fingers into flour if it's not coming out properly, just like mine. But one or two, first one or the second one even, may not come out perfectly or very beautifully. But as you go, you make better and better empanadas. The rest of the balls I'm gonna pop in freezer, and even these, when you form them, you can freeze them, and then when you're ready to bake, take them out, thaw to room temperature, and then bake it. 375 degrees, preheated oven, 20 to 25 degrees. Warning, they may overflow, but that's nothing. They're gonna taste delicious anyways. Hey, Barus. Hi, Alma. Very nice. I can smell something delicious. Yeah. I'll be honest, I've never ever made these cookies this ugly. They don't look like they were supposed to look. Apparently, this is second time I'm trying using Trader Joe's organic, unsalted or even salted butter. It doesn't blend with flour properly. I don't know if I should stop using that butter, or I don't know if you have any experience. It doesn't go with puff pastry. I mean, you can't Hajjan.
forgot my lunchbox at school.
You forgot your lunchbox, that's it. No more lunch for this young gentleman. Monday you'll stay hungry. It's okay, one day hungry. What's gonna happen?
Eat school food.
School food? No. School food never again. Yeah, but it's okay. They're gonna taste amazing. That's one thing I know for sure. And everything you make look perfect with this magic dust. Powdered sugar on top. It will look so much better. Don't use that butter. All right. Let me first dust them and then I'll take them out from the pan. At least we'll cover a little bit of those imperfections, many imperfections. That's a shame. Well, I was able to find the good looking ones. We took a couple of pictures, and while we were taking pictures I tried 1.5. It's so delicious, just as I knew. And did you see the inside? It looks so delicious, Heghineh. So you make it, enjoy it. Recipe will be in the description. Hope you like it. I'm sure you love it. So crispy, tender at the same time, and so flavorful. Amazing.